Now, unfortunately for Charles, he just ascended the throne in 2022 after, as we know, the late Queen Elizabeth passed away. And so he's gone through his inauguration and everything new, people getting used to the idea of there being the King Charles III, rather than the Queen, as we all have, well, for at least 2 generations now, know as that as the monarch. And when we talk about the Queen, or we hear about the Queen, we all know who that is. So she's gone now, and King Charles, her son, has come up, but he's also very newly established. He's just been a very recent king. He's got a year and a half, if that, as being king. Then all of a sudden we've heard the rather dramatic news, if not sad news, that he has been diagnosed with cancer. Previously, he went into the hospital for a prostate issue. And prostate enlargement is common with a lot of older men, especially around Charles's age. He's in his 70s and a newly appointed king at that. He has broken the record of being the longest reigning, Prince of Wales, monarch in waiting. And when he finally gets to step into the top job, then he's facing this major health issue, which could mean that threatens his life. And as you know, whenever we all hear about the big C word, cancer, we all panic because we all know what the implications of cancer is. Very, very unpleasant. And a very unpleasant situation, and perhaps a bit unfair to him that he's finally been able to do the job that he's been groomed for and prepared for all his life, and arguably what he was born to do, and he's got cancer. Is it going to be over for him or not? So we're going to have a look and see what the charts say. So I'll be drawing on his date of birth, and we'll be looking and see whether or not the charts can provide us with an answer on whether or not he can beat this cancer and go on to reign king for the rest of his life, or it would be a short reign and then his son, Prince William, at the moment, will take over. Whether or not it will be, we have at least 10, 15 years of King Charles, or whether or not it will be a short reign. Now with Charles, look, this man is in a lot of trouble. He's facing a lot of issues this year, and that is why, and having a look at his chart, he's in a great danger this year because of that health issue. And his health issue aligns with the chart, his chart. It's basically, it started I would have said in December sometime when he's having problems, and that's when the chart was just overflowing with water, which he is not fond of. His chart naturally does not like. Now, King Charles and his major health issue. We're not getting anything from the palace regarding any more details, so we do not know how serious his cancer actually is. As many people would know, some cancers are more serious than others. And the more serious your cancer is, the less chance you have of getting through it. Okay? So we can't get any information from official channels. So the alternate, what we can do is we can have a look at his birth chart and see if we can glean anything from an astrology reading from that. Now, the birth chart, the date of birth for Charles is the publicly recorded date of birth. So that is what I am going to go on, base the reading on. So the chart has generated, and his day master is Yin Water Rabbit. It's a yin water sitting on top of the branch of rabbit. Now, on either side, we have a pig on either side of the rabbit, being the month and the hour. And on his year is a rat. So from a combination of that, we can see the rabbit and the pigs. The pigs, I say with a plural because there's 2 pigs, combine to be output for him, combines to be wood. So rabbit and pigs combine together. They're half a combination of wood. So what we can say is he's an output type because water produces wood, and hence that's output for water. Now, this year is the year of the dragon. And as I mentioned, his year branch is a rat. And so the rat and the water actually combine. And that then forms a half combination of water. And water, though, for an output type is actually the worst combination you can have. So that's why he's experiencing health issues this year. Actually, I'm not sure when exactly the announcement was made. I think in January. But the year of the dragon didn't start until the 10th of February. However, even beginning, you don't have to be strictly at the start of the dragon for it to have the dragon effect. There is normally a transition period where the energy of the coming year starts. So the dragon energies would have started sometime in December coming in. And December is also the rat month. So there he's got that strong water combining. And rat is actually pure water itself. So it's unsurprising that it hasn't been a good start to the year for him. Now, what a lot of people also don't realize is that Batsa, this form of astrology, has a lot of application. It's very useful because it deals with elements, and traditional Chinese medicine, also known as TCM, is also based a lot on elements. So you can have that interaction. And that's why Batsa is so much more useful than all the other forms of astrology in terms of applications and things that we can do. Now, the water element in the human body are things like kidneys, the urinary tract area, the bladder area, all those types of areas. And the sex organs, though, is actually fire. So that's why, what you have there is fire and water organs very close together in the human body. And that's why there's and as you know, you can imagine, fire and water clash. They don't like each other. And so being that close in the human body, that's why there tends to be a lot of issues around there for a lot of people. It's a common issue. So he had a prostate issue, and that is actually a prostate related to your urinary tract area. So that's water. It's water element. So that's what, with this water coming up in this year of the dragon, that's what's activated that area of concern for him. It's caused issues for him in that area. And now then we heard that he got cancer while they were doing that procedure. And while they haven't told us exactly what it is, there has been rumblings, a bit of things leaked out that perhaps, and speculation actually, that perhaps when they've tested his urine or something, it might have been cancer. They've detected cancer in there, so it could be bladder cancer, and that's a speculation. But it's bladder again is water, a water element in traditional Chinese medicine. So that's where this issue has come from. And so let's look at what it means for him this year and his chances of survival or beating this cancer. April is a dragon month. Okay, so then again, you've got 2 dragons. So dragon upon dragon, which is water. So you've got a stronger dragon energy, so that makes things even more difficult for him. Like I say, we may not hear everything or know about everything that happens behind the scenes simply because we don't know. And if they do not tell us, we won't know. Unless, of course, there are some leaks, as it normally does happen. But by and large, we only can tell what they allow us to know. We only know what they allow us to know. All right. Then the next time of concern for him would actually be August. Because August would then be Yang water monkey month. So the stem would be Yang water and the branch would be monkey. What that means, of course, super strong water. You already have water, but then the monkey itself is mostly metal with some water. Now, metal supports water, and so it makes it even stronger. It's just like an analogy of adding fuel to the fire, so to speak, adding more wood to the fire, making the fire stronger. Well, in this case, it's metal making the water even stronger. So that means it's lucky for him again. So adding more to his difficulties. So we might hear of more complications during that time if they release anything to us. Otherwise, we won't know. Or now, the big time of concern for him would be December and January. Okay, why is that? Well, December again, you have the December is rat and January is ox. Now, the rat again, as I said, is going to be bad for him because, again, it is water. It's pure water. So that's more water. Now, January is going to be an ox month. So ox and rat combine. Ox are combined to make even more water. Okay, so, and then in January, we've got a pig combination, a pig combination, a rat combination, a pig, a rat, and an ox. So all those three make a seasonal water combination. So again, it's more water. And this is very heavy water for him. And it's all still, especially in December, it's still during the dragon year. Very, very tough for him. So it's going to be very extremely bad. Whether or not, if I would say it comes to the crunch, it'll be during that time, whether or not he will make it. Because at the moment, his chart is an output chart, output being wood. However, if his chart or he is able to change from output to being dominant water, then water would be good for him, and then he can get over that and then survive and, I guess, live to his natural age. So that is going to be the crux of it. December, January. Can Charles pull through it? Okay, so that would be the big test. So at this stage, all we can do is wait throughout the year and see what other things or other announcements or developments we get from, let's say, the palace announcements. If not, we will be looking at December and January. That's a big kicker for him.